Hello, Isla.
Today's special guest for the build. Dogs of the episode.
Mason's literally just bringing all the dogs in. Oh my God. Hello friends, we are back with episode 2 of our highest build. Last episode we did all of the prep, the installation, ran some electrical, did the walls and roof. Got a pretty good start on the build, so...
Yeah, at the very end of that episode you probably saw a little sneak peek of what's in store for this episode, a bit of cabinetry work, and yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully by the end of this episode it's starting to take shape and actually look like a little home on wheels.
Yeah.
So we'll see what we get up to.
Starting the cabinetry now. So what I'm using for this is we've got white ply. It is a birch ply core with like a white film face stuck onto it, so it gives it like a nice smooth finish. I'm using 18mm ply for all the bed base, the fridge box, and like the seat. So anything that might hold a bit of weight onto it with a Benchtop or body weight. And then for like the drawers to pull out kitchen, I'm going to use a 12mm ply. So it's a little bit less weight to have in the van, and it doesn't really need to be holding any body weight either. So I'm going to mark out all my cuts I need to make on this sheet and cut them out. This section here that I'm putting together is like a small bit of the bed base. This is the part where it's going to be one of the rear drawers. This is going to be the smaller drawer that's going to sit in this bit. So this drawer is going to pull out from here out the back of the van. We've got all of our cabinetry down here. So we're going to chuck it in the van. Hopefully it fits. And see if it fits. What I'm doing now, this thing here, this cabinet, is meant to be the box for our pull-out kitchen to come out of. Although I've built it, normally I would build it with my stove measurements in mind, but we didn't have a stove top picked out yet. And all the stove tops that we found that will fit in here, this distance is like 1 centimeter too small. So what I need to do is unscrew these bracing bits and just make them a little bit wider, just so it's going to fit for the pull-out kitchen that I'm going to build today. I am starting off today by staining the roof again. I've already given it a light sand, and I'm going to give it a second coat, and it should look pretty good after its second coat, and it shouldn't need anything else. But I'm using a roller today instead of a brush, mainly because we don't have any brushes, but the roller is actually working pretty well. So yeah, it's looking good. Alright, so before I can put the rear drawers in and the pull-out kitchen, Sarah in the background, she's hiding. So before I can put the drawers in and the kitchen in, I need to attach the drawer slides to the sides of the box. So I'm just screwing them in right now. We're using heavy-duty drawer slides with these little locking tabs. We cut these little yellow tabs off and just keep it with like the raw silver because it looks a little bit nicer. Yeah, so once I've got these screwed in, I'll be able to put the drawers in and it'll be all done. Alright, so what I'm doing now is I've got my 12mm white ply and I'm going to build my drawers in my pull-out kitchen with it. So I'm just going to mark out all my cuts that I've got for my cut list and I'll start cutting it up and then I'll put it together. I actually forgot to film this the other day when we put all of our cabinetry in, but everything fits. So we've got our little bed area at the back here. Then if I come around the side, we've sort of got our kitchen and living area. It's a small van, so we're a little bit limited for options, but trying to make the best use of small space. But it's cool to see all the cabinetry in because it kind of gives us a bit of an idea of what the actual layout is going to end up looking like and how much space and stuff we've got. So yeah. Alrighty, we are piecing together the drawers. We're going to do the pull-out kitchen next. Mason could probably do this by himself, but I feel about as useful as a sack of potatoes today, so I'm out here. She's turned into my clamps.
I'm out here holding them together.
Yeah.
we have built those 2 rear drawers and the pull-out kitchen. So the 2 drawers are on the left-hand side and the kitchen's on the right. So we will fix them in now.
To fix them in, I'm going to grab a bit of 12mm ply and sit this box up on top of it, so that'll give me my space underneath there for the drawer slides to work. And then we'll just slowly work our way out and screw them in as we go.
Rightio. Drum roll, please show us the kitchen.
This is our pull-out kitchen, not finished.
Nah, so we need to add like a bench top for the stove and a little bit of extra storage. We will
We'll customise this bit once we actually discuss what we want to do.
Yeah, we need to design it so it's a bit more functional as a kitchen.
At the moment, the pull-out bit for the kitchen is done.
And then if we come around the back here,
we have the 2 big rear drawers. So they're just on those same locking tabs as the pull-out kitchen. This one's a bit over 1 metre. Oh, press the wing, close it. And then this is the bigger of the 2. This is a bit over 1,300. Yeah, on the same locking tabs, and they're both weighted up to 227 kilos, so you could fit lots of stuff.
Lots of camping stuff
in there. Lots of camping stuff.
So all of the cabinetry that's in here at the moment is not actually fixed in. We've just placed it in. So we're going to screw it all into the subfloor now to make sure that it doesn't fly everywhere.
Yeah. Making sure we're using screws that aren't too long, that they go through the subfloor and then through the bottom of the van. So we're using just the right screw.
We'll show you the ones that we're using.
Yeah.
Mason, you'd like to show the screws?
I'm using 30mm countersunk screws, so that is more than enough to get into the subfloor nice and secure, but not too much.
Good morning. It is freezing today, but the sun's meant to come out a bit later, so that should be good. It's absolutely freezing. We're about to head to Bunnings, but before we do, I just want to show you the last thing that we did yesterday, and I didn't film it, was put in our 50-litre Bushman's fridge. So it's a little bar fridge. These are so good. I like them way better than the Esky style camping fridges. They're just so much easier because with the Esky fridges, stuff gets stuck down the bottom and then it gets all squished. So a bar fridge is such a good feature to have in a van, but it looks really good. I like the black next to all the white ply. Alrighty, so we are on our way to Bunnings now. Moose didn't make the cut today. She's not coming with us.
No, not picked for the team.
But we have a big list of things that we need to get from Bunnings. But I'm very excited actually because we are buying, what's it called?
Yeah, doing like the half round Tassie oak strips that we're going to clad on the front of our boxes and drawer fronts.
Yeah, so I knew if I said it I'll get the name wrong. But we'll show you what they look like soon. But we're using it to clad the front of some of our cabinetry. And I was actually inspired to do this by some furniture pieces that I saw. So I was furniture shopping a few weeks ago, and it's all seems to be in trend at the moment. So hopefully,
never done it before.
It looks good in the van, but yeah, it's something new. We've never tried this before. Never done it in any of our builds.
I think it'll be pretty sick.
Yeah, I think it'll be cool. So we went to our local Bunnings and they literally had one piece of the dowel that we needed. So we checked stock at another Bunnings and we've come about 25 minutes away to this other Bunnings. So we're going to go and see if they actually have it in stock. Fingers crossed. Alright, so they have it at this Bunnings. It's this one here that we're using. They have heaps. So, happy? We are back from our long Bunnings trip. It's now 11 AM and we are finally starting the day, which is not ideal, but hopefully we can still get through most of the things that we wanted to today. The dowel that we bought from Bunnings as well ended up costing about $300. So hopefully the idea that we have for it works out. Otherwise we have wasted lots of money, but we'll see how it goes. So we're starting today with the flooring. I'll show you the flooring that we're using in just a minute. Mason's also starting on the drawer fronts, and then I can get to cladding them with that dowel that we bought. That's pretty much our plan for today. Maybe hang the curtain rods as well, but we'll see how much time we have because of our slow morning. But yeah. So this is the flooring that we're using. It's just laminate, like a box of laminate flooring from Bunnings in the colour mink oak. The colour's really nice. It goes well with like the Tassie oak roof and then the Tassie oak dowel as well that we've bought. Okay, this is all of the flooring done in sort of the main part. We still need to finish off the step, but we'll do that a bit later today. There's a few gaps sort of along the seat kitchen box here, but they'll be covered by the cladding that we're doing on the front. So we're going to give that a crack now. Hopefully it works out. I'm excited to see how it looks though. I cut the first piece of dowel and stuck it on the edge here. And it's good, like so far. Just use liquid nails to stick it on. It's holding really well. I thought I might have to like clamp it or something, but yeah, it's holding well. So I've cut a few more pieces. I'm gonna give them a light sand and then I'll pop them up as well. And then we'll just keep going until this whole thing is covered and then the front as well.
At the back of the van on these drawer fronts, we want to do the Tassie oak half round. So what I needed to do was put some drawer fronts on the front, and I also needed to fill up those two little gaps on the side of the drawers. Now that that's all done, I'm all ready to put the Tassie oak on with liquid nails. All right, so we've just had a little lunch break. This is taking so much longer than we probably thought. But Sarah's been doing it by herself, which is a really slow process. So I'm going to jump on the saw now and give her a hand.
Yeah, so Mason's going to cut them and then he'll pass them to me and I'll sand them and glue them.
Yeah.
It is much slower than we thought. And with our slow start this morning,
it's not looking good.
But it looks really good. So we're happy.
You'll see later on.
And
we'll have it all done today, for sure.
We've got a bit of caffeine, so hopefully that'll get us through the rest of the day. That is today done. We did not get through everything that we wanted to.
Never the case, but oh well.
Yeah, things take time, especially if we're doing something new like we did today. We didn't know how long that would take, so you kind of got to be...
Yeah, plus the Bunnings spanner in the works at the start of the day with Bunnings that is just down the road, had no supplies, so... Yeah, you have to just deal with what's thrown at you.
Yeah, you sort of got to expect that not everything will work out like you planned.
Most days.
But that's all right. We were planning on getting the the rear drawer fronts.
We were planning on getting all of this done today, as well as the kitchen and a bunch of other stuff.
But we will pick it up again tomorrow.
Yeah, well, it looks really nice what we've done. So
yeah, it was worth it. It's worth the extra time.
Yes.
So we'll pick it up tomorrow.
All right, good morning, everyone. We have not had any distractions today, so hopefully it's a good day. This is the first look at it. I've not opened this up since we've done this last night, so it looks so good. Everything seems to have stayed in position as well. So I had this bit of trim I just screwed on last night just to hold this all in place, because that bit there's resting on the floor. It wasn't going to drop. Yeah, it looks awesome. So plan is for today. It was a plan for yesterday, but it's definitely the plan for today. Do that same cladding all the way on the back there. Yeah, we'll get that done and then we'll get stuck into a few other things. While Sarah's having her third coffee for the morning, I'm gonna get stuck into this. So this is all we've got left to finish off this last bit. So I'm hoping we've got enough. Honestly, it'd probably be our luck that we are just short and there's like none in stock anywhere. So fingers crossed we've got enough and my calculations are all good. We've just been graced with someone's presence finally with her third coffee.
Third coffee of the day.
While she's here, I think she'd be perfect for our example or our...
Oh, you want me to open it?
Yeah, Sarah can open this up for you. So.
Okay. I was like, what do you want me to do?
It looks so good. Oh, my shadow is blocking it.
It's so cool when it's open. And then obviously all this in here will be like the customized kitchen. It'll have a bench and a stove and stuff. But I like it because when it's closed, it looks like it's like a secret drawer. So when it's closed, like you can't tell that that's going to be a drawer.
I love it.
Yeah.
And it's so good. Keen to see it on the back.
Off.
Yeah. All that time wasted yesterday getting it right has worked.
It wasn't wasted.
It wasn't wasted. That was rude. But it is going to look so good when it's all on that and when it matches the Tassie oak. So
get your third coffee of the day into you. Let's get into it.
She's going to bounce off the walls. But that's good for productivity, so can't complain.
Guess where we have just been back to Bunnings for a third time because we ran out of the dowel.
Yeah, someone's measurements were really wrong. No, they weren't actually that wrong. We missed probably short by about 5 pieces, like 5 little pieces. We've done like all the drawer fronts. It's just like those little gaps on the side of the drawers that we need filling. So we ran short. We had to get some more. We had to go to a different Bunnings again. So that's our third Bunnings.
We've probably got too much now that I think about it.
What do you mean we bought too much?
Yeah, we probably only needed 1 piece, but we've got about 4.
I didn't want.
But we don't want to go back to Bunnings again.
Yeah, we'll find a use for it at another time.
Yeah, so we've got it all now. Shouldn't need to go again. Look at this beautiful day. Having a quick lunch break in the sun. Look at how bloody good these look. It'll be a struggle to get back to work after this.
There's a high chance we might not. All right, so back into it after lunch. This is how far we got before we ran short. We ran 6 pieces short. Yeah, I was wrong with my maths. That's what happened, but we'll get it done. This will be nice and quick. We've done all the hard bits, so we just got to do these last little bits just on there. And then once that's all done, Sarah will give it a sand and a stain and it'll look pretty sweet.
How good is this? The back's all done with all the cladding. It'll look cool once the drawers can be opened as well. We're just waiting for it to dry. Come around here. Mason, what are you up to?
I am just framing up this step, getting it ready for you to finish it off.
With the flooring. We meant to do this yesterday, but ran out of time. So, yeah, just framing up the step so it's like squared off, and then we'll cover it with that same laminate flooring that we used in like the main part. This is the step pretty much all finished off. It's just missing trims, and we bought trims, but they're too small. See the gap? So we need to go to Bunnings again and get a different trim to finish off the step, but it looks so good.
Currently, we're trying to work out what type of bench top we're going to go with. We've just decided we're going to do the white ply in the 18 mil. So this is just a bit of an offcut. Not going to be using this, but it's going to have this look, which I think will look quite nice.
Yeah, and then we'll have a black sink and tap in there as well.
Yeah, and we also got the tile splashback.
Oh yes, we've got some tiles as well to go up.
We haven't mentioned that yet, but yeah.
And then we've got this little gap here. We're going to have a cushion on this bench seat thing, so you'll only see like a slither of it.
You see like that much once the cushion is there, so it's just going to be the smallest little bit.
Yeah, but I think we're going to use birch ply. It's like this offcut that we've got, and then lime it so it's like got a bit of a whitewash. Yeah, should look good. Kitchen coming together now. Yeah. Woo! So we just finished off today with a few odd jobs that needed doing. Had another pretty slow day because of our Bunnings trip, and that cladding takes a while. But we're sort of at that point in the build where we're getting to the end and it looks nearly finished, but there's just lots of finishing touches that need doing, and they take a while. So we'll get there, but Mason, where are you? Are you keen for tomorrow? Big day tomorrow?
Hopefully we get a productive day. Well, they're all been pretty productive, but hopefully we have a day where we just feel like we get heaps done.
Whinge about how little we're getting done.
Yeah. We're not getting a lot done. It's
oh my god, that's so negative.
Bringing the ship down.
That's
tomorrow I'll have some positive pumped up topics.
Alright,
I'm just wrecked.
We'll see you tomorrow when Mason's more positive. Oh. But actually these were just the little odd jobs that we got done. So we put like a trim underneath all of this cladding underneath the drawers, and then added another sort of bit of bracing in between here so that you can sit on it and you don't fall through the middle.
We need to, because this is going to be the electrical box and this is the water box, also going to cut out like lift up lids so you have access to all of that. So do that tomorrow.
Nice. We'll see you tomorrow, Mr. Positive.
Mr. Positive will be here. Promise.
Good morning.
This is bullying.
Bucket hat and wellies.
It is so hot right now. It's not even hot. It's like 16 degrees, but I'm about to get a shirt off. It's been so long since we've had some warm weather. Oh, fuck, nearly fell. Anyway, I have got to start on the roof racks going on. So I've got the first roof rack on. We're using just a 3-bar system. They're heavy duty roof racks. Really easy to put on. All you got to do is just put this bar onto the legs, tighten a nut, and then you just loosen 2 little screws here that allow this to clamp onto the roof gutter, and you just tighten them on. Let me tell you a little story while I do this. Once upon a time, there was 2 van builders, and one van builder was very, very bad at measuring. Really bad. So bad that he had to keep doing bunny strips every single day, sometimes twice a day. And that bunnings strips were very, very time wasteful, and they angered that little van builder so much so that he needs alone time from his girlfriend because he's not very nice. Oh, this is fucking hard. Alright, that was quick and easy. So all 3 roof racks are all on now. I just need to quickly tighten a little bolt that's just under there. There's no way you'd be able to see it, but just gonna tighten that up. Now I'm gonna whack the solar panel on as well, and probably the awning if I get time. Hope I get time. This is the solar panel still in the box that we're gonna be using. So it is 175 watts. It's a fixed mounted panel that we're gonna mount onto the roof now.
Rightio, I am back from my Bunnings trip that Mason sent me on because he can't measure. Mason was in the crankiest mood because we had to do another Bunnings trip. So I bought him a muffin. And now look at him. It's the middle of winter. And this is going on the internet. I think you should put your shirt back on.
No, all the more reason to keep my shirt off. Before I can actually mount the solar panel on the roof, I've got to put these legs on. So there's 4 legs that just get bolted onto the solar panel. So got one there, one there, one there, one there. That just provides little legs, and then you can screw down onto the roof. So I'll also screw down on the roof, and I'll also put some silicone on here as well, just to make it all watertight before screwing. All right, so I've just chucked the solar panel on the roof now. I'm gonna jump up there and screw it down into the roof.
So what I am doing now is getting a stain on all of this, and then I'll also do the same for the kitchen. Mason's up on the roof doing the solar panel. He's making an absolute racket. I don't know if you can hear that. But yeah, I've sanded them all. I did a big sand like along the top so that all the tops are level because some of them were a little bit taller than others. And then just given the fronts like a quick sand where it needed it. So it's ready for a coat of stain, and then I'll move into the kitchen one.
Solar panel and roof racks are on. Got old orange ears behind me. So what I'm doing now is I've got a 2.5 meter awning that I'm just going to attach to the roof racks. So I'm just going to unbox this now and then whack it up on the roof. So I've unboxed the awning and just quickly chucked it up on top of the roof racks. I haven't mounted it on, it's just resting there at the moment. So there's 2 angle brackets that are going to get mounted onto the roof rack. So I'm going to do one of the brackets here on this roof rack, and the other angle bracket will go on this back bit here, and then that should be all sweet to be mounted. brackets are all done. I'm just going to chuck this up on the roof now and bolt it in. Well, that baby's on. It took me so much longer than it needed to. It was easy, but like, I don't know if you can, in like this groove here where I had to do the bolts for the awning, I didn't have a bit to like reach up into it. So, well, I did have a bit, but I had to try and find it for so long, and I found it eventually. So this sucker's on. It's not going anywhere. That is the end of episode 2. Thank you very much for watching. A lot of bunnings strips.
Yeah, so episode 3 will be coming shortly, and in episode 3 we're doing less bunnings trips and we're also finishing the van. So like, subscribe,
Wait and
see if we can live up to our challenge that we've set ourselves.
I think we will. Yeah. You'll find out in episode 3.